Have you ever imagined that this might be the world we see? Where is the boundary between illusion and reality? Or are they, perhaps, the same thing? When we look at the works of Yayoi Kusama, we may begin to find an unexpected answer. Born in 1929 into a traditional merchant family in Nagano, Japan, Kusama loved drawing from childhood. At around 10 years old, she began experiencing hallucinations that followed her throughout life. Visions in which patterns expanded endlessly, dissolving the boundary between herself and the world. She once described staring at the pattern on a red tablecloth, only to see it spread everywhere, across walls, ceilings, her own body, and finally the universe itself, until she felt herself slowly erased within infinite space and time. To confront this fear, she painted. Repetition became a form of resistance. Even in a drawing she made as a child, we can already see the repeating dots that would later define her art. The dot became both her starting point and the thread connecting her entire career. In 1948, she enrolled in an art school in Kyoto, but its conservative traditions conflicted with her growing interest in abstraction. She soon left, choosing independence over conformity. Feeling constrained by post-war Japanese society, particularly as a woman, Kusama left for New York in the late 1950s in search of artistic freedom. In America, she seemed suddenly unleashed. Appearing in bold avant-garde fashion and staging attention-grabbing events, she asserted her presence in a competitive art world. Yet her most radical works were quiet, vast infinity net paintings covered in countless repeated marks. Without a central focus, these paintings formed endless visual fields, an attempt to express infinity itself, and perhaps the visions she experienced internally. Soon, painting expanded into space. In the early 1960s, Kusama created her first infinity mirror rooms. Through reflections and fields of glowing lights, visitors entered environments that appeared to extend without limit. Inside these spaces, one becomes aware of something simple, yet unsettling: how small we are in relation to infinity. As she once wrote, "Our Earth is only one polka dot among millions of stars." At the same time, Kusama challenged social norms through performance art, staging provocative happenings that questioned authority, war, and the suppression of women. Her unauthorized installation, Narcissus Garden, at the 1966 Venice Biennale, where she sold mirrored spheres directly to passersby, turned art itself into an act of playful rebellion. Despite growing recognition, life in New York remained difficult. She struggled financially, and as an Asian woman in a male-dominated art world, she often felt overlooked while contemporaries rose rapidly to fame. After the death of her close companion Joseph Cornell, exhaustion and hardship led her to return to Japan in the 1970s. Back home, conflict followed. Her unconventional art shocked conservative society, and her mental health deteriorated. She began receiving treatment while continuing to create, turning also to poetry and fiction, filled with surreal and provocative imagery, unmistakably her own style. Yet her artistic vision never changed. Dots, repetition, infinity. What others saw as illusion was for her lived reality. In the late 1980s, the art world rediscovered Kusama. International exhibitions followed, and in 1993, she returned to the Venice Biennale, this time officially representing Japan. She presented an infinity mirror room filled with pumpkin sculptures. The pumpkin, inspired by childhood memories and wartime survival, became a new symbol in her work. Humble, comforting, and unexpectedly alive. Covered in bright colors and polka dots, these pumpkins transformed her art once again, bringing global recognition and even commercial attention that had once eluded her, the very kind of visibility she pursued in New York, perhaps as a way of resisting the fear of being swallowed by dots, infinite time, and endless space. Yet, as her fame continued to grow, her life grew quieter. In her 90s, Kusama maintains her daily journey between studio and psychiatric hospital, as if still moving between vision and reality. And when we step briefly into the infinity she creates, we may begin to wonder, which is illusion and which is real? Perhaps by then, the difference no longer feels certain.